hello. Let's get back into this. I am so ready for this game. I really enjoyed last week playing. Real quick, let me look up the content warning for those who care. Because I would rather warn someone and have, it not be important than not warn someone and have it be an issue. Alright, so we've got amputation, child amputation, unreality, hanging, implied parental abuse, mild jump scares, substance abuse, disturbing imagery, situations, stalking, auditory gore, and murder. Alright. Sounds like a good time. Let's continue. This one. You'd like to continue this world state in episode 3. Yeah. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 3? Yes, but just of episode 2, just to, get everything fresh again. Oh, he's still here, yay! Okay, stay out of trouble today, home by sunset. Okay. But then she drives us home, so not an issue. We met the old lady, who was one of the friends' moms. Okay. Yep. Yeah, her mom. Alright. We were asked about Rosalina. We found her. And saved her. We asked about Reese, but he would not come out. Because her mom, or their mom, is not into it. She's a doctor. She wants them ultra safe. Wayne doing some weird shit. He's got a veil over his head today for whatever reason. But he's a little bit more understandable, comprehensible. Alright. Then we saw the girl. And she was going into the mine. And it was condemned for a reason, because we found Tommy knockers. And this weird gate. We got a couple of visions of the last set of Tommy knocker nonsense. Okay. Yep. Kids snuck away deep into the mine. This thing. We see the Tommy knockers. We get out. Okay. And then she drives us home. She drives the rest of the kids home. Alright. We have a dream of the mines. Okay. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall, to the visions imparted upon it, and what it imparted on you. Wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of Shaw Mine still stuck to your skin. We take a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and surprisingly clean enough. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you think about the Duke. Image of him lying there, slumped against the tree with his head blown off. Half his head blown off. Scrub feverishly, scrape the rubber from the skin. Think about Sybil's warning. Think about Wayne. Think about someone special. Think about getting this hellhole. Think about someone special. This is shower time. You gotta be... Alright. You think about someone special. Specifically, you think about Stella, your intrepid cryptid hunting companion, everything you've been through. Kanika, the resident goth. I didn't recognize that aspect, but okay. The most level-headed and fashionable in town. Avery. Okay. Oscar. Reese. Wayne. Yeah, let's... positive things. And this likely means she's gonna die this episode, but let's try to make that not happen. Alright. You're intrepid... You think about Stella, your intrepid cryptid hunting companion, and everything you two have been through since you got to town. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. You gotta check in on Dustin. Oh, we got two! Hi! Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name, Mom. She come visit. I Dustin Mom. I gotta stay with Dustin till glass house empty. Thank you, human, for take care of my boy. What happened to glass house? Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. Just trying to survive. It's like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I had a rough night. Could you two console me? Was it because of the cat monster? Dustin was scared too. If cat monster wants to eat Dustin, cat monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. And Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This is nature. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Okay. Heckin' love these little guys. They're so good. It's actually better this size. Okay. That's that. Alright, let's check out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print in the viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? No, it hasn't. Turn back. That's enough of the closet. Message to group chat. Morning. How you guys holding up? Last night was terrible. What's the game plan? I bonded with Tabitha last night. Can't wait to ghost bust tonight. Oh yeah, we have to, like, go to the mansion and fight ghosts or whatever. I get to meet Reese today! Excited, yeah. Send a photo of a pained old man. I feel like I might not get to say this if I don't, so it was like, hey y'all, I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. Do I want to text separately? Maybe Stella. So we've got, how are you holding up? Want to hang out before Reese/ghost hunting. And send a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. Want to hang out beforehand? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's not text Kanika. That's a little bit too intertwined. Maybe you would, maybe a normal person would, but this is me and my reactions. Alright. So, you've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frau glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's been ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. So we've got talk to Fro. Good morning. Nobody lives in the garden, right? The possums in my dresser told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. We can address the woman. Hello, I'm Bronwyn. Oh, good. Actually talk to Tabitha, which seems to get everything else going. So, let's first talk to the human. I feel like that's a little bit more sane, but less accurate. Because you know you address the animals first. Anyway. Hello. Good morning, I'm Janie. I'm here to do the weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this whole place looking brand new, you know. Don't go make any big renovations or thinking about moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie, nice to finally meet you, Bronwyn. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. It's... Thanks. All I'm trying to say is it's wonderful to finally actually meet you. I'm so happy you're part of the family. Or part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company. What with everything that's... Janie. Oh. Sorry. Miss Tabitha, am I being too much again? Fuck you, Tabitha. And Janie, you're never too much. You be you. Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Alright, so that's that. Morning, Frofro. Bonjour. Sacre bleu. Do you think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night? I despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger for hours. How am I supposed to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit in the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. She's got an alpaca? To me, they kinda are. Nobody lives in the garden, right? Gosh, I wouldn't know. Miss Tabitha won't let me touch the place. Nobody lives in the garden. Why are you even asking? I love this one. Look, I found a gory boot print in the garden yesterday, and now the dresser possums are telling me there's a squatter. You show Tabitha the boot print you took yesterday, the picture of it. Look, you're not wrong. That's definitely unsettling, but I don't think there's a squatter out there. Even if there was, I don't really have the time or energy or desire to go poking around out there. Gosh, you two sound a little heated. Is everything alright? We're fine, Janie. Alright. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. But, I wanted the cat to tell me. How's your morning been so far? Aside from you trying to give me a heart attack about squatters in the garden, there was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed. So I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening. So, you're coming with me. Let's get going. I've gotten to errand running to the meet you outside. Yay! Cousin bonding time! Alright, let's go. I haven't had breakfast. Can't... But... breakfast. We'll find you something in town. Janie, lock up when you leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. Oh, she's so cute. Love her. Nice to see, like, realistic proportions in a character design. Like, she's not overly chesty. She's, like... She's got a good frame, good glasses. They, like, it fits her face with the overalls and the shirt. I love it. Anyway. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Bronwyn, before you go, I heard about what happened last night, and I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. Anyway, I wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did the right thing by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everyone getting out of that situation, alright? You only come in once a week. What else do you do? Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, you know, that sort of thing. My husband's the pastor, so my time spent... So, a lot of my time spent at the church doing things for the community. Poor Daniel. He's absolutely going stir-crazy since we moved here, with nobody attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. I'm not Christian, but thanks for the offer. That's alright. My Daniel likes to talk with people, all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. You should get out of town. You know anything about a guy named Wayne? I'm gonna stop the two of you right there. Bronwyn, I'm busy, not in the mood to stand around while you play Nancy Drew with the cleaning lady right in front of me. We're leaving. Bye, Janie. Alright then. Be safe out there, you two. Tabitha practically drags you from the estate, one hand clasped firmly around your arm. She continues to drag you all the way to her car, and from there into town. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store, real quick? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh. Nod sagely. What kind of tea? I don't know. Sybil makes tea. She makes it with a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. After everything that's happened the past few days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn to the general store as it bursts open. A fluttered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay. Keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you'd never would let me think about. I'm sick of this damn family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept to themselves, things would be a lot happier. Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. The lessons we learn from the loss are often more powerful than those we learn from victory. I'm unhappy because I took too long to learn life's difficult truths. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smell of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Bronwyn, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. I'm afraid of Miles. What if it makes fun of me for being old? Can I have some tea? Can't I go with you? Can I have some tea? Oh, sure. If you're willing to wait a bit. I wasn't expecting to entertain, so I didn't put any water on. You're a tea shop. I'll go and do that now. Never hurts to have fresh hot water on hand. Can we get this over with first? Of course. Priorities. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow as they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with the tinkling of bells. We're gonna try to listen in. You walk up to the door of the tea room and listen in. Subtle. I know it took a little bit longer than you hoped, but this was fairly short notice. Sybil pauses a moment later. You hear footsteps to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're trying to say. Is there... Yes. We make sure this is all. Not inside. Outside, then. Don't assume you know. I know what Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announce another patron. Ah, excuse me. Wait, you're Bronwyn, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Folks don't seem to care that your dad's dead, do they? Folks have been coming by, my mama and me have been getting visitors, but it'd be awful helpful if the police be able to get his body out of the woods. Give both of us some peace of mind. We could have a proper funeral. They seem to think he's alive out in the woods, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of the morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out into the woods, look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Will you tell me where to look so I can try to find him? What's best to say here? We've got, is Big Betty one of your chickens? It's dangerous up there. Wouldn't go poking around. Should let the police handle it. If they haven't found him yet, there's probably nothing to find. I don't think you want to see him like that. And your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the ones that been stealing your chickens. You see anything strange on the farm the past couple days? Can't tell you where he is. It's not safe. Died on the northeast edge of town, off a Singa trail. Ask if he's at least seen anything strange. No, not really. I've been awful busy with everything been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. Your dad was killed by ditchlings? They're the monsters that show up when something bad's gonna happen. And they've been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of no ditchlings before. But whatever they are, they won't stop coming. They won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. He died on the northeast edge of town, the Singa Trail. Thank you, Bronwyn. Appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. Please tell Miss Scarlet, sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast, meet at the library after, figure out a plan. Also, oh my god, you gotta tell me about the Tabitha bonding. The last thing I need to hear is anything that humanizes that woman. Then it buzzes again. Hey again, if you want to come over for breakfast, I wouldn't hate it. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. We're gonna wait for Tabitha to not, like, create any kind of further tension. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. How your daily's going? Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. You and Kanika don't seem to get along, huh? He looks up from his phone to roll his eyes. So? Just because she's family doesn't mean we need to be best friends. I wish she would just go back to school already. Miles returns to his phone. Tabitha bursts out from the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. And miss out on cousin bonding time? Family's important. I'm not just gonna ditch you. That's appreciated. I've got a couple of hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where anyone could just walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Okay. I was kind of hoping to ask her about going to see Stella. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. It's just more convenient, you know? That seems sinister. Why don't we hang out someplace normal? Cool. Here I thought the estate was your secret lair. God damn. All of these are rough answers. Cool. Yeah, it is cool. It's nice to have a place where nobody can bother me. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're being spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys in her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry. It's empty. Follow her. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home I don't really have to travel to. Anyway, make yourself comfortable, have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. This place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but it doesn't feel like a real home. It feels like a set piece, like you both wandered into a play. And if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them as the two-dimensional illusions they are. Do you want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Ask about the people in town. Supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh, yeah, that dude. He used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kinda remember him. Quiet. Smelled kinda weird. Stopped coming to school at one point. He got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a wet blanket. Mm. Get you in with Kanika. What? So, I already asked, but tell me what the deal is with you and Stella. Do you want me to try to get you in with Kanika? Had some harsh things to say about Oscar. I think of Avery, what's going on with Wayne, do you know Sybil well? Why'd you hire Janie? The police are on my ass. This is the most off-the-wall one, but I'm curious. Hey, you want me to try to get you in with Janie? Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Bronwyn. What's the deal with you and Stella? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Real close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend our time watching monster movies, eating chips, and making out. Anyway, Perlan didn't like her, and I always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no excuses to go study. I was too busy learning the ropes of the mines. Perlan made sure every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella. It was so easy to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. Why ban her from your property, though? You're acting like Perlan ended it all, but Stella hasn't stopped trying to be there for you. Damn, yeah. I don't know. Perlan made me do it, and she's not even in the ground yet. I haven't had time to figure out how I feel. Yeah, the things about Oscar were deserved. I think Avery. What's going on with Wayne? He's been following me around. I think there's something wrong with him. Wayne? As in Sam Wayne? I don't know who you think is following you, but it can't be him. Perlan sent him packing. Sorry. It's a bit of a sore spot for me. I'd rather not talk about it. The man is stalking me. It's fine. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I don't need to dig up old painful memories to make sure of that. You know Sybil will? Everyone in town knows her. I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Why did you hire Janie? Perlan hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. Look at Avery. Who? Who works at the diner? Wears plant shirts? Don't elaborate. Let's go. Talk about Tabitha, family, relationship, people in town. You're gonna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there, but so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point in arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Hell yeah. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Major Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. Should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet you there in a half hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Wild, they're still doing the Major Jimmy thing, even after last night. You think the news has spread yet? But yeah, let's go see Oscar. See you soon, y'all. I almost couldn't parse this. Someone's popular. It's Major Jimmy Day? What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another drink of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. And Stella's gonna be there. You count me in. Finish our sodas and head over. Gay. Gay. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Out of the corner of the eye, you see a furious woman making a beeline for you and Tabitha. Becca slinking behind her. Must be her mother. Someone's coming. What? Excuse me, Miss Scarlet? Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. It must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that's happened last night? A mine collapses, almost kills my poor sweet innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? I've gotten used to your new lifestyle, but you can't take that away from us for something that was your fault. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Ugh, Mom, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mom is advocating for you. That's not how that works. You're complaining about your husband being demoted when I almost died trying to save your daughter? The way I hear it, everything was fine last night until you showed up. So unless you want me to sue you as well, I'd keep my mouth shut. What legal grounds do you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty. You don't have a leg to stand on. Don't try to threaten me. Can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last of us. You'll see. The woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in, and Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. Can't just hang around town day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's to oversee what's going on. I'm supposed to run this place. I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha sighs, straightening up, and her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight at the library. Your cousin turns and heads back to the car, leaving you alone on the main street. Go to the library. You enter the library alone. It's a lot busier than usual. A small crowd is formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here. I half expected you to finally skip town. The whole gang's here. Been waiting to introduce Bronwyn to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? Oh! Yep, he's a dog. And judging from the series of portraits lining the wall, Tabitha wasn't pulling her leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. I like the security. You can tell that this dog is the mayor from the little sash and the fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to, following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Ha! Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake. Shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches are allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He's the best interest at heart, but he can be a little bit gruff sometimes. One moment. I have to take this. Never mind. Okay. So. Aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. Off duty? The services you render for me are more important than your police work. You still haven't found Duke's body. What have you been doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty. I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. And especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Now, let's hear this strange out. Tourism is part of our town's lifeblood, after all. Mr. Mayor, there's something serious going on. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made well aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. Tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town. Not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of the Hollow. You understand? So you know there are monsters laying eggs in local animals and you're just gonna let it happen? The murmurs behind you intensify as you continue your conversation with the mayor. Laying eggs? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure whatever's causing these disappearances is just a bear or a lion on the mountain. We've all smelled them up in those hills. They'll move on soon enough. This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of them before it gets out of hand. And in the meantime, best not to cause a panic. I'm a pillar of this community. It's my job to protect the strength of my to project strength to my constituents. I've heard about just about enough from you, Jimmy. Oh, it's Gretchen. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs in this town are snatched up like by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to be doing something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never have let those things prowl in the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice, letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night. And my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair to me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. She's got a point, Mr. Mayor. You're damn right I do. Scraps would have been out in those woods, first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for little rectangles. Nothing like there's nothing wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Whoa, hey, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think it now would be a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two would have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ain't great, ne'er-do-well, you dog! Kanika is quick to follow, and I'm quick to follow them. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up with your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Oh, this is the pastor? Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Bronwyn. Everyone in the town's buzzing about you. So sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. You know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? Never encountered one myself, but I've heard stories from those who've been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave. Seems like it provides them with some sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, it's Oscar's place. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I can understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits lingering neither in heaven or hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. Bro, what the fuck is limbo then? Where do the unbaptized babies go, you know? Witches, all that jazz? Ugh. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. Also the Holy Ghost, you know? Anyway. Like, I want to do this, but I would want to talk to Stella and Kanika first. You believe in some ghosts, not others? What makes you an authority on that? Well, I do have a degree from one of the top seminaries in the country. I took a whole class on ghosts, so I suppose that does give me a certain authority in this situation. You want to come ghost hunt with us tonight? The blood drains from his face as he gulps nervously. I promised my daughter we'd watch VeggieTales tonight. I'm afraid I have plans. But let me know if you see anything strange. I'd love to hear your account of the supposed haunting. In fact, here's my card. He hands you a business card. Call me if you need me. Who am I animal talking to? Oh, this is because I talked. Mayor's a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of this town. Pastor goes quiet for a second. His face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. We might have a lot to talk about. He hurries off, sudden, quiet, and serious. Nothing to do but catch up with your companions. Well, so the mayor also talks to the pastor also talks to animals. That's neat. You find them talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Are you sure we can't get this over with while the sun's out? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back there after dark, either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going until that spirit's at full power. I want to be sure to get the best possible evidence. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. It's a pretty serious ghost. Infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're here the ghost hunters. We can call it whatever we want. Anyway, I'll be bringing the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need. We should be set on preparations. Only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. We could call the pastor if things get sticky. No, I don't think that'll be necessary. Yeah, let's leave the creepy pastor out of this. Something tells me he'd just get in the way. Things would get worse if he showed up. I once saw a man having what looked like an honest-to-goodness conversation with a squirrel. I don't think he's all there. Well, we're not doing the hunt now. I guess we should head over to Reese's. Absolutely, come on, let's go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. So, about the mayor. Vote for Scraps. That's who Gretchen supports. He, he's a corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. Does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs. We get a few. Who all come here to see the mayor? The plot thickens. Oh, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. I still don't see what you see in her. I don't think I ever will, but she's your family. I thought she was pretty helpful at the mines last night. I mean, I guess. Good call, Bronwyn. Can't wait to hang out with her more. Yeah. Aw, she's got a little ghost on her lapel. Oh. Alright. Kanika sighs. It doesn't matter, though. Bronwyn's already invited her. I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy with the mines to even show. Oh, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show until you finally start to get along. And I met Pastor Daniel. Figured as much after you suggested calling on him for that ghost hunt. It's only a matter of time before he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. My dad died. I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at checkout. You know, I don't know where he finds so many. I think it comes off as weird because he shares my gift. Your gift? The one where I talk to animals? He corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Wait, really? Whoa. Okay, assuming for a minute you both can have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird that guy is. For instance, I like you, and I don't like the pasta. I wonder how many people out there share your gift. There's so many implications. I'm gonna continue to pretend that Brown is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week. Reese's then. Let's head out. The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself at the front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround the hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. Just a little extra time to get to spend together. But what if she yells at us? Too late. The door swings open. Damn. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Bronwyn, right? I heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Bronwyn updates. Oh my goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats, you know. I always have some of those easy chew dog jerky stashed away. The gall! The gumption! This is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want me to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away from the van. You keep her safe from that monster, Bronwyn, you hear? Don't let a feather of harm fall on my dear Stella. What about you, Bronwyn? Are you coming in? It's probably just the smell of the medicine. We'll do it this way. Why doesn't... I trust dogs. Why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? No clue. She's always made a fuss around me. Reese doesn't do well with dogs. Now, come in. Let's get this over with. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile. Uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging off the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go about your business. I was kinda hoping to see Reese's new art. You still have time right now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to the disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse the way I keep my room. Okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll be just downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edge while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. So, Stella told you about everything? Oh, she told me all about what you guys found up there. I wish I could have seen some of it for myself, but, you know, gestures futilely towards the basement walls. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me here prisoner, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to... Nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can rescue me from. The die's been cast. But we were talking about the past a couple of days, weren't we? I think the town's doomed. I think everything's probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like that I have a lot of perspective on what's been out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella the doc didn't tell me, I wouldn't know. I would totally let you know if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that the people that are my eyes out there... What do you think is going on with Wayne? Who? You know, that guy who's been following Bronwyn around all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. Slasher? I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. This music is very creepy. I love it. Any thoughts on the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something like out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing till now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out his sketchbook from one of the piles. That's exactly what we saw. Does that mean they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Gonna agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares till the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. What are you sick with? Jesus, Brahman, coming right out and asking that one, huh? We don't have to talk about your illness, Reese. It's okay, I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life's gonna be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. I mean, kinda. Look at him. Look at this life. It's very similar. Very different, but very similar in its own way. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches, like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live with it for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. Future's unknowable, but one day I'll end up in a pine box, just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be goth, but that's some nihilistic bullshit. Make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. True. We'll all join the worms one day. Gotta make the best of what we got. Brandon gets me. Cat I can jive with. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Alright. Your art is grotesque, but I don't want to, like, I'm afraid by saying this, it'll come off wrong. I mean it as a compliment, because the art is grotesque. That is the style. Like, it's so reminiscent of the, like, church paintings and, like, the horrors. This one's cute. This is a scene almost straight from Kill the Princess, or Slay the Princess. Uh, it's so emo. Hey, baby. Fuck. I'm sure they're probably pretty cliche, especially to someone from the big city, not telling you like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I named my city, not telling you. I haven't exactly exposed to the great art of the world, festering inside this tiny, isolated town. But it doesn't bother me. More of a compulsion, an outlet. Being stuck down here means my thoughts have nowhere to go. They just writhe and grow, picking me apart from within. But when it gets bad, I can pick up a paintbrush and let them flow out of me, onto the canvas, trapping them somewhere outside myself. At least for a little while. But they come back over again, so I keep painting. Don't listen to Bronwyn. You're allowed to just make art. And that painting I stole from you in high school always gets compliments, so if it's emo, it's good emo. Right. I was trying to convey that. Oh shit, I suppose emo could be an insult in this day and age too. Fuck. Alright, well, shit, sorry. I hang around with a very different kind of crowd. Because, like, if someone told me my outfit was so emo, I'd be like, thanks, really? You think so? I don't know. Oh no, you still have that? You should take one of my new ones. Throw that ancient thing out. I don't want anyone to be subjected to art I made in high school. Every artist ever. You should start selling your new ones. I bet you could make a pretty penny if you posted these online. I think I'll keep them to myself until I die, like so many artists before. You know how it is with dead artists. Their art sells for way more. I hope the doc or whoever winds up inheriting my work makes millions off of them. I'd be able to rest easy knowing somebody retroactively had given my life value. Oh, he does have quite the movie collection. I wouldn't have noticed. Let me think. Have you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent examples of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I'd normally be down for that, but we gotta head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost hunt at his place. Apparently they've been dealing with a bad haunting. And we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. We can always ditch. This movie sounds good. Rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely be come by for movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow. Same from Brownwood. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close early. You three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got as much time as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time, some real jerks. They were stuck with them their whole school career. Poor kids. Same. Like, you get so little interaction outside of your grade, and if you have no one in your grade you jive with, like, you're just fucked. Like, I feel this so much. Not that we're free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she's a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she'd look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though, to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. I'm tempted to remain silent, but he already said he didn't. Your mom's scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just an oblivious teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit on edge lately. I think my condition's been stressing her out. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but she kinda accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even she's a little harsh. She means well. She's just looking out for me. Damn! Is... Bro, what in this moment decided the main character is horny as fuck? Like, we're in day 4 of not having any release, I guess? Whatever. Alright. She's kind of hot. Is isolating you from your friends really looking out for you? I don't think she does. She do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. Must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I'd call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that was her being controlling or anything. You're in denial. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't even bring you any food. She knows how much... She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. She knows I can work around all kinds of things like allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My body's pretty particular when it comes to food. She prefers to have full control over what I eat. And bro, you're a fucking rail. Maybe it does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Maybe it's the regulating your food that's fucking you up, though? Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. I'm allergic to water. Go wash your hands. Just comply. You make your way to the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the odd pull of a door at the end of a hallway. Feels out of place, like you wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark, something cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air. You feel strange. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door. Wow, we got a lot of these. That one. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand. Your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? Looking for the bathroom? Yo, we could just, like, brush her off? Okay, so there's something compelling about the door. We need to see what's behind it. Looking for the bathroom? Nothing? Or just return to the door? Bro, like, I'm so just, like, done with this woman. But I don't want to fuck up dinner. Fuck. The door? You won't let her interrupt you. You need to see what's behind it. No, you don't. Come on. Wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. Do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes, allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table away from the door. Dinner laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense. his shoulders as tight as his mother perching upon the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. Pasta is atrocious, but I guess it's more calories. Like, as far as nutrition goes, this dinner sucks. Like, she sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun with the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own sauce. Well, you have good taste in brands. If I ever want tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, I know. No thanks, Stella. I have the internet, if I need recipes. Thanks for having us again, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want to wake you. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would rather know these things. Noted. The danger? So I've got, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. The mom was poisoning her kid for 18 years. This is so tempting. About Reese, small talk, the danger. So, have you seen any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been... what? These things called ditchlings? They've been preying on local wildlife. Bronwyn and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, they're your cryptozoological creatures? I know it sounds pretty out there, but these... I've seen them. We're not messing around. They're out there, laying eggs in animals, doing God knows what else. And here I thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she managed to so thoroughly convince herself. I'm not making up these stories. Neither is Kanika. Neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy, and their faces are like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your grisly faces. You've started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside is just raccoons or... Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things. I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you face it or not. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly and narrowly glance at her son before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. Anyone been suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Not even a little bit. To help our investigation into the strange goings-on. Not like you have to name names. What? Investigation into the mind collapse? Your little ghouls? I think it's best left to the professional, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff in the mines last night that I struggle to explain. Maybe if we knew there were any miners out there suffering from hallucinations, we could rule it out as a gas leak, but... You were in an abandoned mine. Chances you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. True. We'll leave it at that. Treat it as an accident, not some kind of mystery to unravel. Any sick animals? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? It's not like I examined the thing. I told him what I told you. Sent him on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed they were suffering from sort of cow disease, not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Oof. Doesn't that sound like the ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those lumps were on the cow. You really should have taken a look. It could have made a discovery previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation. The more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Any strange illnesses? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met any minors who have unusual symptoms? Any that seem sort of drippy? Strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry, Brian. Just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you have Bronwyn ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Okay. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff, huh? Yeah, is that so? Silence returns. Seconds feel to run out like minutes. Tension at this dinner table is reaching a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while I'm still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. We'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. Or maybe it's why he's not getting better. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone, just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I asked permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain, wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try to fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? I thought he just disappeared. Oh shit. Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. We can't leave him like this. He needs friends now more than ever. No, he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother, which is a conflict of interest. I know you care about him. I know that. He knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Don't think I don't know something's up here. Don't think we don't know something's up here. We have stuff to do anyways. He seemed fine before dinner. Sorry, we'll get out of here. It was the fucking pills, right? Don't think we don't know something's up here. Do we? I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. Three of you rush to the door. We'll be back, Reese. Hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your face. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning it? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched. It's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Did either of you get the impression the doctor's afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on. She has every right to be. I mean, poor guy. Took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. Can't imagine what that's like for both of them. If anyone's afraid of this house, Reese's afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly's good people, and you are blind. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's something more dynamic than him being sick, but not much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, as almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back with menace. Maybe Stella's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real. The rest of tonight's going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Little to no chance of that happening, but maybe. Before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, the ditchlings grow bolder. Enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner was okay. Yeah, it went. Okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that. It's okay. We have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. I've got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everyone, just in case ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies for paper for automatic writing, matches, and candles for rituals. You got your specter-sniffing compatriot at your side, too. Oh, sorry, in Gretchen's voice. And you've got your specter-sniffing compatriot at your side, too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well who might find, whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know it might come in handy. Do not. Wow, there's a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something so last minute. Do you have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight, after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? Wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff as things get spooky. I may have never found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying, and after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. Who knows how many more are lurking around here? That's concerning. Are we sure it's safe to be around them? If Sybil's right, we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. So, the whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Those mines were chock full of ghosts last night. This last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. There's nothing unexplainable. Whatever weird stuff we saw last night was probably Catholic. There could always be a rational no. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. I swear, it's not usually like this. It's a really nice place to visit most of the time. Just not this week, apparently. You can tell from the shuttered storefronts and the jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time. It's just decided to be a little bit more obvious about it now. Yo, don't rush off ghost hunting without Zane. No way I was ever... No way I was gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted by my own mortality for the first time yesterday. I'm so desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. Oh god. Just like ghost hunters. Oh my, this is certainly a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. This is everyone. We can go ahead and... That's everyone. Kanika, that's not correct. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess you can catch up when she gets here. What? Bro. We could call her. If you're itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. Hey human. Kick ghost ass, okay? I miss my special tree. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-bout bags and head towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. Bro, I was gonna wait for Stella. Looks like the sun is almost set when this stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been inside the house for a week. No idea what to expect. Hey. I didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you? Rosalina, I thought you were at Alexis's place. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost or whatever that's keeping us out of our house. There's so much parental, overstep in this episode, but it's, I guess, in contrast to last episode where there wasn't enough parental overstep. So, just, I really don't think you need to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew. Zane's coming. It's not like it's an adult-only event. She's got a point, Mr. G. Yeah, I don't want to be coddled just because you're scared. Alexis and I can handle this. It's best to give this pup... It's best to give this pup the chance to face her obstacles head-on. Take it from an old soul like me. Yeah, we can totally handle this. Sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay? Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. You cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted. This looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment's picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set the camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. Just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika start to startle as doors swing open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. We don't have all night. Abby! Great. She's here. Wow, Bronwyn really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Oh, shit. For real? Yeah, I know. We all know. Bronwyn made... What made you think inviting her was a good idea? She wants to make sure I don't get hurt. Yeah, I'm looking out for my cousin. If y'all here are gonna drag Bronwyn into dangerous situations every night, you'll have to deal with a chaperone. Got it? Okay, sure, the miner is definitely dangerous, but a haunted house? Come on. This one's the least dangerous thing someone can do. It's basically a slumber party. I don't know, Kanika. I usually don't see much action out in the woods, but Bronwyn and I both ended up in a pretty hairy situation Monday night. I don't think we can rule out the possibility of grave danger, right? Exactly. I'm not underestimating how much danger Bronwyn and I could find even while walking around a perfectly normal house. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. Wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Oh dear. Could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill. Is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? Sure does, I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. So we've got... Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? Lie, that you feel a presence. Come on, ghost, let's see some real action. Alright, gang, come split up, no. Maybe just shy. Oscar, are you sure there's a ghost? We're wasting our time here. Found the ghost. Case closed. Great work, team. Oscar says it's in the room. Let's check it out. We don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? Are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How are we gonna get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost cutting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use a Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Like, are you sure? Wouldn't it make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? So, the thing about Ouija boards is that when a lot of supernatural folk do work in a space, especially if they're going to commune with spirit, they create protective barriers from which to protect themselves. Ouija boards, spirit boards of all kind, tend to open the door and not have any kind of protection. You're inviting a spirit to you, specifically. Whatever's around. No intent, no actual, like, guidance, no protection. It's bad. And then that door is still just wide open, even if you say goodbye. Like, it's not a good look. It creates a lot of problems for a lot of people. And that's just how that goes. It's unfortunate because heckin' Mattel. But anyway. Alright. Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take a chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. So, Ouija boards can be used properly. Actual protection, circles, guards, guides, all that jazz. But if you're in a position, like, the thing with spirits, especially if they understand you, is that if you're going to that level, it's like giving an adult a banana phone and being like, pick it up, it's for you. And just like, bro, we're past this. Like, you can just talk to me. It's like, don't worry about it. But anyway. You've never been superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Oh shit. That feeling again. Like the mines. Like the door in the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something's in this house. Though, whether it's ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to the high heavens. Yeesh. That's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on EMF either. Then your equipment's wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count. It just keeps coming back. Maybe there's something under the carpet? It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you've scrubbed the stain out a bunch, maybe there's part of the summoning ritual. Never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how am I supposed to know that? Not everybody learns how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Gretchen says it's a blood stain. Ghost blood. Or rusty pipe leak, leaking all over the floor. That might be a bigger problem than what Bronwyn is suggesting. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it's pristine every morning. Besides, I assumed it was the ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll just take you to court for neglect instead. It did not occur to me that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor. What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise after all. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Door. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish-brown. There's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. What's this? There aren't ghosts after all? What if somebody lives down there? Maybe I don't want to sleep in here. There's a broken seal. Someone doesn't want us in there. But how long ago was it sealed up? And whoever did this has to be long gone, right? There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about one. And look, this red stuff's coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright. Got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. You know, last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever's under that hatch. Must be a leak that flooded the whole area. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and it leaked through the carpet. It's just red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. Simple as that. It's not mud. It's human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. Damn. They're on the same page. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor. That's why it's cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations. Solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving till we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room. I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they maybe tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could make the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting. I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. You come into Oscar's living room, you can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder. There's something in the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting with what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is fainting some weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why? Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must... I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. What if the others are passed out in the library? Going back for them won't do any good. They're not outside or in the library. We'll call the cops to let them take care of it. We don't want to end up passing out again. We're no use to anyone like that. Two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Whoa. Something isn't right. Really? Looks perfectly normal to me. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet. The scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This... This is so cool. What was in that cream soda? Am I the only one seeing a shadowy, scratchy figure in the distance? The hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we having a same-time stroke? That's one of the bad omens we saw back in the woods. Ew. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Do you hear music? Fuck. Movement stirs. Figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Bark, bark. Woof, bark. Huh? Huh? You echo Tabitha's sentiment. Stella, it's us. Did you say? Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You gotta be kidding me. Stella? You okay? You don't look so good right now. You're just pranking us, right? I wish I could stay the same. You should have stayed gone. You absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you'll understand what Father might do. Just listen. Instead of responding, you decide to stand back and listen. It's like she's some kind of script. Maybe when it's done, she'll go back to normal. A flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She's in agony. Arf, arf. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up, shut up. She can't. She's clearly possessed. By what? Edwardine Scarlet? Tabitha tenses. You should get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, please. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken a wrong door out the annex. Getting out of here before anything else happens. Oh, it's a ram head. I see. It was like, we've got the those little guys, got a bird, got a unicorn. We should hold hands, not because either of us is scared. For safety. Just so we don't get separated. Right. She takes your hand, and it trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, alright? Two, you turn back the way you came. Where'd the annex go? Just open the door? You step forward and open the door. Bells ring as a cacophony of rage outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please, let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... what? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see your caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by a diatone of a disconnected call. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Junior, pack up your things. Hurry, quickly. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run on this rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Charlie, and now Junior? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. The collapse. Junior leaving, Charlie returning. It's starting to come together. Mystery solved. Can you let us go now, Ghost? Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like others are on their way. Better hurry, boy. You and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what thinks you gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Play along has been here. Scared, make the bad man go away. Don't play along. Trust me, boy, coppers ain't coming here tonight. What makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. I wonder where this is going next. Choosing not to think about it. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. Good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. You're not gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosaline are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens to a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell. You got the bloody pickaxe. A sheep that's been shot with arrows. Some mismatched tiles on the ceiling. Our friend is left. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Your guess is as good as mine. Who'd you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family? Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through. We're on our own. Let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. Whatever we saw in that room happened right after Shaw Mine collapsed in 1918. The only option is for us to keep doing what it wants. Maybe it'll stop at some point. Maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Alright, shall we? Let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to the pounding door you used to stand and step into the void. You're outside, but it's night, a false moon looming over the massive painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. What magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear, I've been keeping track of you, scudding around like a little tomcat. Fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? That shadow keeps getting closer. Dang, how'd you know how's up for the Edwardine? Okay, gross. Stunning performance, by the way. I'm sure this is exactly how he sounded back in the day. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret's safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family. What it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely you'd be. Just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? So there's more to this haunting than the collapse. I don't think I want to know about some fling my great-grandmother had. It's too much information. And it really has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as we well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were happy ever again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines. Besides that, I don't think I actually know much about him. Has there been a theme? Like, who's playing what role? Stella was Edwardine. Rosalina was the guy's mom. Alexis was an angry townsperson. Kanika, some nosy old lady. There's a pattern here, I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's just pulling to the closest matches it can find. If that's the case, I'm not too concerned about reading between the lines. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding them here. Then you can go both free. No more misfortune, not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step outside the holla. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is in that map. The symbolism of these rooms could be helpful. I think I can parse some of it. Flowers can symbolize something that looks like that should be sweet but is actually rotten. Do you know of some of what this other stuff is? Get another ram head. Again. No, and I don't see how that helps us. It's obvious no one should trust this lady. I mean, just listen to the way she talks. I don't need a fly-infested flower to tell me something's up with her. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. Thing's gone. Let's find a way out. Unless you have ideas, I don't think... Hey! Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. I appreciate everyone coming in, even though there's an ad. I'm gonna wait for... Alright. So, I appreciate you coming in. Hello everyone who has ad blocker. I wish I could snooze this or whatever, but I am playing through Scarlet Hollow. If you've never seen this game, it's a choose-your-own-adventure visual novel, and it's episodic. We are in Chapter 3. I meant to pin the content warning, but I can do that now-ish, maybe, once this goes away. Alright, yeah, pin this, and Shazam. Okay, so be aware of the appropriate pin. This game is a lot. That's why I'm not continuing in this moment. Also, the game gets very different, I assume, depending on the choices you pick. So, I appreciate the raid. Yeah. I know, it's rough that I'm gonna have to go through this again, but it's fine. So, it's just unfortunate that It always seems to be during an ad break. I just can't get around that. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. I am pausing this game in this moment. This is Scarlet Hollow. I appreciate the raid, Moo. Enjoy making lunch. I hope that Freddy's went okay. But yeah, rest your voice. Screaming a lot makes for a tough situation. Anyway, this is Scarlet Hollow. In this game, it's a choose-your-own-adventure visual novel. You've got a lot of different stuff going on, and it's basically, from how I've been playing it, about cryptid hunting. So this town, you're coming here because your mom... Or no, not your mom, but your cousin's mom has died. So you came back to the old family estate, and then everything started happening. If you don't want to watch this, if you want to play it yourself, I understand if you have to go. I appreciate the follows. But yeah, so I'm playing this on Wednesday, or yeah, today? Day is it? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesdays. So yeah, I think that's enough time for everyone. If they don't want to watch this, don't want to be here, don't want to be spoiled, to go. And we're going to continue. Currently, we have entered a haunted house. We are being taken back through the history of what happened during a mine collapse. There was concern about this place being haunted. We had come to a room where blood stains kept reappearing on the floor. We pulled back the carpet and found a hatch. When we opened the hatch, we just entered this other dimension kind of thing. And we've been kind of going through these scenes that have happened in the mines just after the collapse. Alright, anyway. Alright, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think anything else we can do to get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you who can leave, the smell hits you. Sweating, suffocating flesh with a tinge of saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Also, we've got these little ditchlings that are hanging around. They're one of the cryptids that are part of the main story. This guy, Wayne, seems to have died in the mines or something, and everyone talks about him like he's dead. He's been stalking us a little bit, though. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the residence clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have issue with these miserable parasites. Just stepped on it. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? I think we have to talk in this situation. Nope! How? Okay, we've got... Nope. How did you get in here? Quick, Tabitha. Let's team up against him. Hey, Wayne, you want to figure this out with us, or remain silent? We're kind of in this together at this point. Don't talk to it. Let Bronwyn speak. I'm no enemy. Don't listen to it either. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Bronwyn. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. So, Wayne is connected to the ditchlings. He knew something about them. I don't know anything about that. And I don't care to find out. But if that gets you to stop engaging with him in conversation, then sure. He's connected to the ditchlings. He's super evil and bad, and talking to him will curse you. Or whatever those things are supposed to do. The two of you step out of the brush and into a long wooden corridor, lined with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you. You find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. Sorry these troubles mean leaving you all alone now. Turn the game down a little bit for everybody. Yeah, the backgrounds are amazing. This game has a lot of feature. This Scratchy Man's been following us through all of this. So Oscar is Charles Sr. Yeah, Charles Shaw Sr. You probably should know about him by now. Everybody in the Hollow knows about him. What happened to him? I think that you know there is everything to know. He was run out of town on the rail, then died miserable somewhere. Out of cirrhosis, I'm guessing, from all this. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn naked snake Enoch went behind my back. What bullshit. Here we go with the whole Enoch thing again. Strike a nerve? It was Charles Shaw's fault. That's just a fact. Is it a fact, or is it what you've been told? It's in the history books. It's a fact. That doesn't mean shit. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. It's my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you have to do, but please. Yeah, absolutely. You can ask questions. I'd like to get out of the moaning first, though. So, I will come back to you. I do understand, Mole, but we're gonna try to get past some of this uncomfortableness. I ain't the best father, but I ain't no murderer. So, this is after the scene with Rosalie, before the scene with Stella. Alright, Dad, I won't let you down. Alright. And yet he does. Or it's likely neither of us would have been born. Damn it, boy, I may not have till morning. Promise me you'll go back and show Enoch bastard what for. I promise. Okay. So. We're here in this hollow because our mom died. Or her mom died. And it was relative, it was family. I think the mother was managing some of these gates and portals we've been seeing. There's a lot of different, like, spaces in the family's houses and things. So it's likely that by her dying, some of the seals and whatnot have been loosened or broken, and or just haven't been maintained the way they were. So without her here, this is what's causing all of the initial problems. In this scene, our ghost here is clearly someone who got blamed for the cave-in, even though it was Enoch's fault, our family's fault. So it was just, this ghost has direct resolution with us. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps towards and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. You don't have a choice. This is just currently ghosts. This is under the library, or the house that was connected to the library. We've also saw one of those gates in the mine, and it's implied there's one in the doctor's house. Alright. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo to the ends of the table. I think I'm gonna be sick. Yap, yap, yap. We have taken two very important skills at the beginning of this game. One was talk to animals, and the other was keen eye, and different choices have shown up because of them. So normally, when Gretchen talks, Gretchen is this dog, we hear what she has to say in this lovely Southern Belle accent. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. So we've got to be near the end, right? That music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. Yeah, I think you're right. What a creepy scene to end things on. I can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing. I'll try to keep away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move on like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Yeah, this is some ghost. Gretchen is very good. Oh, that's why everyone's been moving so weirdly. They've been possessed, right? He's got a thing with the puppets. He's a marionetter. He sure does. A traveling show? You'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. I wish I could tell him what we knew. Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I always wanted to see the ocean. Whoop. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. When she blinks, they're gone. Got some big legs and a little lamb. More ditchlings. Another unicorn. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you and Tabitha can get another word in. Alright, marionetter. No, these were our compatriots up until moments ago. A single spotlight remains, illuminating the trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. Are we back in Rosalina's room? Open the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. God, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. There's one of the seals. It's a goat face. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. It means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Did you see the tear running down her cheek at the end? She was conflicted. I didn't, but that's a good point. This whole thing isn't very fair, you know. We only saw one side of the story. Isn't only one side of the story what the Scarlets have been giving since 1918, though? Shut up. Judge, jury. What now? We're being tried. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? This game is taking place in modern-ish day. So Everything being related to 1918 is a little weird. As far as like it's supposed to be in the past, but not so far in the past that like her mother was like very clearly a part of this whole thing. Uh, yes. Don't answer it. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it's absolutely not fair. You gotta be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children, which is so fucked up. Not a fan. One of you must be forfeit. Doesn't matter which. Bullshit. And what happens if we refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life, and I will be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter? You aren't seriously entertaining this thing, are you? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. I hope I didn't come too late. Sybil. Showing up. Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is a seriously strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. Got your call, Tabitha, but it was not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where one could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. So we've got, I agree with Sybil. Tabitha, you should be the one to handle this. I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. I'm with Tabitha. Neither of us owe this goddamn ghost a thing. We're leaving. Or just leave. So, I'm okay with my character being the one to do it, but let's see where this one goes, because that's not necessarily putting Sybil or Tabitha on the line. We could maybe share the burden. I'm not leaving before I put that thing to rest. You take a step towards the spotlight, and as you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder. Bronwyn, what are you doing? Where are Oscar and Rosalina going to live if I don't do this? What if someone wanders to the annex and gets stuck into this labyrinth? It's okay, Tabitha. This is what family's for, right? I want you to be safe. Can't leave this unresolved. Whatever happens next, I want you to remember it for the rest of your life. I'm doing something you never have the guts to do for yourself. Our family ruined Charles's life. We have a responsibility to make things right. Can't just leave it irresponsible. I want Charlie to be at peace. This one. No, I'm not letting something like this happen to you. Let's get this over with. As Tabitha steps into the spotlight, everything crashes to black. Okay. So all of the chapters end with this little, like, cutscene-y section. So I'm curious just how these repercussions are going to go. I would have liked, in all honesty, to present the option of spreading the truth about his family, what happened with Enoch, instead of losing years. But you come into the basement. It's cold and wet, and a mound of dirt sits before you. Tabitha's hands break through the dirt as she claws her way out of the ground, gasping for breath. It's for the best, dear. Look in the pit. You step forward to peer into the pit your cousin clawed her way out of. Yeah, she sure did. Charles' mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken from the bottom of the pit. The spirit's remains are down there, I assume. Yeah, and there's a stone carving like the one I saw at the mines. Fascinating. Perhaps it's linked to what happened there. Regardless, I'll make sure the body gets a proper burial. Tabitha? You okay? Your cousin doesn't say anything in response. Where's everybody else? They're safe outside. I felt it best to make sure that they got out before anything else could happen. Good on the two of you for sorting out the unfinished business, holding that poor creature here. This place is no longer a threat to anyone. Is she okay, Sybil? She's in shock right now. Having a spirit rip out part of you isn't exactly a pleasant experience. She should recover, though. Charles? Yeah. The story kind of, like, made it clear that it's Charles based on, like, the information that was supplied. Oh, but how does she know? That's a fairly good question. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. See, she'll be fine. Tabitha mutters something under her breath. You'll be fine, dear. Just be sure to bring plenty of tea, says the tea salesman. How did you get in here? Spirits like this are predictable. Once I understood what it wanted, it wasn't too difficult to see through its illusions. Why her is kind of a silly question, but she invited you here. Didn't seem right that she should bear that kind of burden for the both of you. Okay. Come on, Tabitha. Let's get out of here. Tabitha stumbles to her feet and walks to the stairs. The ghost wasn't lying about wanting years of her life. The lines on her face now mark your cousin as the cusp of middle age. I mean, kinda. Still pretty similar. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows through small piles of dried leaves across the steps to the library. I'm parked just over there. Let's head back. I feel like shit. Tabitha doesn't wait for a response, pushing past you, heading towards her car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were planning to do. How were we supposed to know it was gonna be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now, not the time to be poking around the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic ain't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything's so sore. Bronwyn, is it? Y'all need to be a lot nicer to my cousin. Can't believe she fell on the sword for you, what with how everyone's been treating her. I still don't trust her. I mean, I can't. I'm sure she must have had some sort of ulterior motive here, just because this doesn't track with the Tabitha I know. Unless I never actually knew her. I don't know. I guess I got a lot to think about. I don't know what to say. Tell her she has my deepest gratitude. And that I'm so sorry. I don't know how I can possibly make this up to her. And I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. I can't believe I let any of you go in there. How could I have been so careless? You don't know. Don't blame yourself. You tried pretty hard to warn us. None of us took you seriously. It's still okay. What's up with Stella? There's another carving in there. They keep giving me vision. Ran into Wayne. He vaguely threatened Stella if I don't keep poking around. Should have stopped us. We were all conscious that whole time? Was it like being puppeted? Okay, so. I feel like I need to bring this one up specifically. That I ran into Wayne in one of the rooms. He vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his foot. It was pretty scary. That's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Bronwyn for any of the details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear. He won't make trouble. Honestly, we should be worried about Stella. In general, right now. She's sort of just standing there, by herself. This ain't like her. Go to her. I'm gonna go check in on her. You walk over. I've never seen anything like we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful. I don't think my dear Stella's having an easy time with it. Oh, hey Bronwyn. Shell shock is actually the old style word. I think she got, like, aged by approximately 10 years. Okay, let's... You okay? Sorry. Can't talk right now. I'll see you later. She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time. We should go after her. She didn't seem okay. Stella. I think she needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens. I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it might just make her clam up more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. Alright, see you, Mole. Thanks for stopping in. I'm honestly surprised that she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. Each and every one of you needs to rest after what you've been through tonight. Especially you, Kanika. You don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. And don't pay too much mind to that drifter's empty threats. I'll make sure not a hair of harm comes on that girl. There's another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I wonder if they're tied to everything supernatural going on. Yeah, One is a coincidence. But two of them? Back to back? I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town, and they've been giving you visions? I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this all night, but there'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Bronwyn, if you have the time, I'd love to discuss these visions over tea, after you've had the chance to get some rest. Were you all conscious? Everyone glances at each other. Though none of them gave any of their years away, you can see how exhausted they all are, how unsettled. Having your body moved for you is definitely not a great feeling. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. Oof. What was that like, being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? I love you. Okay. What's going on? Do you need something? Or are you just in kind of a shock because it snowed today, so our little kitten is not doing great? She's not a little kitten, she's 4, but still, you know. I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out, but I remember each and every one of them, like it's been burned into my memory. You poor souls, I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. Felt powerful. Alright. I should get back to Tabitha. And I should probably get back inside. It's starting to get chilly out. There's work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger. Let us know if you need anything, Asuka. I will. Thank you. All of you again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. See you tomorrow, Bronwyn? Wired, I want to talk about stuff. See you tomorrow. If I manage to get out of bed, I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, she places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little bit of rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow night, say early afternoon, I can have a little chat. See you then. With a wink. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Can't help but overhear snippets of the conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts, Mom. What was that? I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. I've been working well. Don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be a little bit better, but I gotta admit, tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. Time to wrap things up here. Back to the estate. The ride back is nearly silent, Tabitha visibly exhausted, her face drawn and pale. They've added a little bit of extra lining, I think. Can't quite remember. Maybe that's always been there. Fresh furrows have formed at the corners of her mouth, at the edge of her eyes. Her once uniformly sandy blonde is painted with streaks of white. I see. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, guess so. Feels like people should probably be making a bigger deal about this. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it. I'm sure most of your friends feel the same way. What does it feel like, losing yours? It feels bad. I should have been the one to take that burden. Why'd you step in? Sybil was right. It wouldn't have been fair to you. Thanks, Tabitha. I mean it. We're family, doing things for each other. No need to thank me. Damn. Right. As the car pulls up to the estate, you and your cousin wordlessly make your way to the foyer. Tabitha noticeably strains to open the front door. I've never been so tired in my life. I'm going up to bed. Please don't get sucked into any more ghost dimensions before I can wake up to rescue you again. I do want to talk about Wayne, but I do want her to get to bed. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. I'm so tired, I'd rather not. Did you kill him? Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. So Wayne's a he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm so exhausted I can barely think straight. So who cares if Wayne's a he or an it anyway? Either way, he's bad news. You'd best steer clear. Alright. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. Oh! All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Look, I can barely stand right now, but if you're going to keep bringing this up, and people are going to talk about behind my back, I at least want you to know my side of things. Pearl Ann didn't like it when I dated someone for too long. She'd pressure me to break up with them. If I pushed back, well, she'd figure out a way to handle herself. If you want to know what went wrong with Wayne, you're better off asking her, but she's dead as a doornail, so unless we're stuck dealing with 2 ghosts in 1 week, that's not happening. Case closed. Wow, what a bitch. You said it, not me. That smile! Aww! Yeah, baby? Okay. My cat needs, so I will be right back. Be sure to get up and move around if you have not. What's up, kitty? Need to go out? I can't do that. I have to shut this. I have to shut the door open. Yeah. Want to look out that way? You can. store open? Oh, look. Oh, no, it's new. Oh, look. Got food, got water. Alright. Sorry about that. Gotta take care of the kitty. Ugh. Be glad the first time you're meeting the woman will be at her funeral. I'm sorry. I just feel absolutely awful right now. I can't handle any more talking. I gotta sleep. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. Then the bus comes. I'd like to stay in touch when it's all done. Maybe we could do that. It's been kinda lonely, being the only Scarlet in my generation. It'd be nice to have someone else in the family, but we'll see how things go. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room, falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half the week has passed since you first arrived in town. A little over half the week remains, till the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest. At the expense of unknown years of your cousin's life, the specter of the night's events will linger over her for every day she has left, a grim reminder of the price she's willingly paid for the crimes of a great-grandmother she despised. Maybe her decision will bring her peace of mind. Maybe she can actually right the capsized ship of her broken life. Or maybe things will spiral out of hand from here. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do it now. Boop. Boop. And we want to do a little bit of marky mark. Right. So, picking back up with episode 4. Boop. Alright. Oh boy. More to see, more to do.